We have had all the stakeholders in the logistics, the grain handling, and the transporters, the Ministry of Transport, National Cereals and Produce Board being the main handlers of this cargo. We have come together and formed a one-stop shop kind of environment where now the logistics are going to be handled on the spot. Decisions are going to be made on the spot depending on the situation. Remember also that at the board we are receiving also rice, we are also receiving wheat, and so all these food items have to be evacuated to the consumers in a very balanced and depending on the priorities which we are having now. As we speak now, the priority we are placing is on the white maize. That is priority number one. Priority number two is on wheat. And then priority number three is rice and other commodities and yellow maize as well. All these have docked. We are receiving more ship carrying the white maize, which is arriving tomorrow, and it will be followed very closely with other ship. In other words, what I'm telling Kenyans is the arrival of the white maize is now. And therefore, what we are working very hard is to ensure that as it lands in Mombasa, we move it very fast to the millers so that we can address any requirements as soon and as fast as possible. I know we are addressing as we speak now. As we are talking now, we have now using the RVR. Most of the sites of the RVR were not in working conditions, and I want to thank the management of RVR because within the shortest time possible, they have maintained the sighting lines in National Cereals and Produce Board depots so that the wagons can be pulled right into the silos like what we are seeing today. Other repair works are going on in Nakuru, Eldoret, Tarbo, and upcountry. We are also doing in Kisumu, though it might take a little bit of time, but we'll ensure that the sighting in most of the NCPB outlets is actually maintained so that we bring quite a high level of efficiency in terms of handling this grain. What we are going to do also starting tomorrow is have the SGR take part in this evacuation exercise. The logistics might be a little bit higher because the SGR siting is not right into the NCPB depots. But when the containers are brought up to, say, Syokimau, it would be easy now for the millers and even NCPB to pick the cargo from Syokimau and store it in their stores because the distance now has been reduced in a big way. So we are also engaging SGR to start picking the cargo, especially when these other ships arrive from tomorrow. Otherwise, what I can say is I think we are seeing the end of the challenge which we have had in the flour, in the cost of flour. The availability of the 90 shilling flour will now be available in all parts of this country. We will move our intervention also to not only on packaged flour, but with these new consignments coming in, we will involve also the posho mills in collaboration now with our provincial administration, so that when we give subsidized maize to our posho mills, we want to ensure that the same is passed on to the consumer. Because the challenge we have had is situations where hoarding has been reported and over demand of the commodity, not because you need it, but because you are not sure whether the next supply would come. And I can assure Kenyans that with this kind of consistency and with the new vessels now arriving, there shouldn't be any issue as far as the supply is concerned. And the kind of logistics which we are putting together now, including the RVR and the SGR. And of course, we will continue using the lorries as well, from the millers and also lorries from National Cereals and Produce Board. the amount of time spent between Mombasa and Nairobi will now be reduced significantly, and the availability of flour and other food items like wheat and rice as well will be made extremely possible. So for today, I wanted to witness this first consignment of the RVR. The repair of the siding was done very well. We've never had a hitch, and we are expecting this will continue until our next harvest. And that is when we can declare the challenge of our food situation will be over, especially when we get our harvest come September. So generally, I want to thank you for also communicating this to the public so that people know the kind of work we are doing to ensure that the consumer doesn't suffer anymore as far as the price of food is concerned.
The first question, how much tonnage are we expecting? Where is the maize coming from?
We've already received, we've been receiving maize, and as we speak now, we have received over 1.2 million bags. What we are expecting to receive now is over 3.8 million bags, which are on the way, which are coming on various dates with that kind of consignment. Really, I'm not seeing any issue of the challenge or of the shortage which we have experienced.